What's up guys, Noah Arquezi here, and today I'm bringing you part 1 of my World Cup redesign project. I designed these over the course of the summer in Photoshop using various patterns and mockup templates from my website, templatefc.com. So if you want to do this yourself, be sure to check that out. I put in a lot of research, effort, and time into these designs, so I hope you enjoy them and some of my ideas. If you do, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel for more. Let's get started. First off, we have the host's Qatar, whose home design is inspired by their serrated flag design. You can see it pretty clearly on the chest, but it also inspired the abstract elements throughout the rest of the shirt, with some thicker elements that fade into the red and some thinner white elements throughout. The away also features the same inspiration, but this time these serrated elements are in the form of horizontal red stripes with some added texture. The home design for Ecuador was inspired by some of their early kits, but I went for a much more abstract look with this chest piece. The thinner lines break up the larger yellow sections for more color to make the design a little more enthralling. The away is inspired by Ecuador's great 2016 navy and gold kit, but I wanted to include yellow and red because I enjoy more flashy kits and I need some color with those. The dynamic sleeve design is similar to a Germany design I did, and I included red and yellow side and chest stripes to make the design feel a little more whole with the color balance. I really like the Pan-African colors, so I made sure all of Senegal's colors were really vibrant and attractive. The chest elements mimic their flag a little bit, but are obviously heavily mangled and abstracted. The bespoke background features various African patterning shapes in order to make the design feel a little more individual and unique. The sides feature fragmented color elements akin to the chest design to add more color to the shirt and complete the balance. The away features very clear African-inspired patterning and brings in all the vibrant colors, with green acting as the primary color. It's a busy design, but that was my intention. I could have kept it cleaner with a monochrome design like what Nigeria does, but I thought all the colors and textures were pretty apt. Inspired by the 1988 kit, my design for the Netherlands features this textured flow, I like to call it. I included white specks throughout, which is something I do frequently to add more color variation and break up monochrome looks, or just looks in general. The sleeve trim features the Dutch flag striping to add in a little bit of a flag element to their uniforms. The Dutch orange, light blue, and white is a stunning color combination in my opinion, which is why I chose it here for the away. The design was initially going to be a darker blue, but the lighter blue really makes the design more compelling. The design is warped and distorted for a unique kind of wavy look. I initially was going to go for a cross look for England like the flag, but I thought it was too much and would take away from the Portugal design idea I had. So I altered it to be just one stripe, similar to the 2002 kit, and included some silver. I used a blue to light blue gradient on the logos and designed a unique pattern for the trim, which includes repetitive lines. I really like this color combo on the New England away kit with the red and light blue, so I stuck with it here for my design. To bring the blue into the main design, I included some paint displace elements throughout the sleeves and splatters on the shirt, which completed the full look. Originally, I wanted a fragmented stripe design for Iran, kind of what I did for Senegal, but it turned into this enchanting wave design, which features a bespoke pattern that was inspired by traditional Iranian architectural designs. On the away, I chose a clean striping design with solid green stripes with red and gold patterning. The founder of the company that actually made the real Iran kits was in my DMs about buying patterns and stuff, so maybe I can get the next design for Iran. Probably not, but I needed to get that flex in here somehow. I think the USA should always have red and white stripes in their home, but I couldn't top my previous USA home kit, so I decided to go a bit more abstract with some jagged swirl striping. It includes faded stars on the collar and sleeve trim, which would ideally be 50 stars. The away blue kit is inspired by the 1994 USA kit a little bit. I really wanted a lighter blue instead of using navy, which we always seem to choose. This features a few layered patterns and textures along with a star pattern to break them up. The striping on the trim completes another stars and stripes themed shirt of the US. My Wales home kit features a few modified Adidas patterns, with the initial base pattern inspired by dragon scales. Alright, it's a bit of a stretch, but the idea was there initially. I chose to break up the monotony of the color with these repetitive white lines. I wanted a brighter shirt that had some vibrance for the away, so I brightened up the red and green for a bit of a strawberry lime color scheme. The design is broken up to resemble the turbulence of dragon wings when they fly. Okay, that one was completely made up, it just kind of looks cool. I really like distressed or decayed designs, which you may have noticed with most of my designs so far, and the same goes for this Argentina home design. It features 2 light blues and gold accents. I like the white, blue, and gold combo with no navy or black, which is Argentina's usual go-to. For the away, I chose dark navy with light blue accents, which is the color combo of some of my favorite Argentina away kits. The design is a bit of a topographic pattern to bring in more light blue and white. The sides and collar feature a distressed striping pattern modified from the home shirt. I really love the Saudi Arabia color combo, and my home design is fairly similar to their new away kit. The idea was to bring in some of the lighter and brighter green with this abstract design, so it has no real meaning or influence. The sleeve and color trim feature various zigzag patterns, which I thought were pretty interesting. They've been using palm tree patterns in their more recent kits, so for their away, I wanted to do my own version of that. Now mine kind of looks like a wavy plant, not as much of a palm tree, but it still gives off the vibe I want. Mexico likes to use triangular design elements a lot, sometimes they're Aztec inspired, so that was my inspiration here. I like them having some red on the front, which is why the zigzag stripe across the front is there, and the green I chose is the more vibrant color, similar to their 2008 green. The away is a bit of a fiesta vibe with green and red striping elements on the white shirt. This pattern is a modified version of an Adidas pattern from this year, which is available in the 2022-2023 Patterns Pack Part 1 on Template FC. And I thought it resembled the green and red design elements on their badge, which is why I chose it. The front box includes the classic Aztec calendar pattern as a tribute to those late 90s banger jerseys that Mexico had. Poland typically has simplistic shirts, so I didn't have a lot of inspiration to work with here. I wanted to include a stripe since they had stripes on their 2012 and 14 shirts, kinda, but obviously this isn't very similar to those. The design is a modified version of my Frankfurt concept, which is one of my favorites and a very popular one on Instagram, and I went with a Polish flag trim. Initially, I was gonna go for an eagle-inspired design for the away, like their badge, but on a second attempt I came out with this design, which I like a lot better. It is more about the color balance of the two reds with the small white accents. I was inspired by several France kits here, including 2020, 2010, and 1998. The jagged striping is very unique, but still fits with the theme of past French kits, I think. The little bit of gradient usage also adds some interest in my opinion. The away shirt is supposed to have an artsy but somewhat elegant feel, which I think describes France pretty well. The abstract color elements are like those of expressionism art, and the gold is elegant. Yeah, that sounds like a thing. I really should have fixed the gold, but I'm still happy with the overall feel of this shirt. I added a cross design on the Denmark kit to resemble the Danish flag, obviously, and it also separated the sleeve design from the body design. The general pattern is a simple Hummel pattern, but on the sleeves there are added white elements to amplify the design. Inspired by the 1987 white kit, the away strip features these thin lines stemming from the red chest design, which features a radial squiggle pattern. A small horizontal stripe features the Danish flag again to balance out the line design elements. The design patterns on my Tunisia home kit are inspired by the pattern featured on the Al Zaytuna mosque, if I said that correct. I probably didn't. The red chest and sleeve elements add a little more interest than their normal white tops that lack color use. The away is an odd design that I'd stumbled upon, but I liked the feel and color balance. It reminded me of dry, rocky terrain, which kind of fits in with Tunisia's geography, but maybe that's a stretch. Either way, the design is very original in this project. And that's it for part 1, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, especially for part 2. You can click the Behance link in the description for the full project of all the designs. Be sure to check out templatefc.com if you want to create your own designs. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram where I post the designs as I make them, so you can always be up to date with what I'm making. And I thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.